right now we're at the Elizabeth River Paradise Creek here in the city of Portsmouth. And we're here to celebrate an expansion of the Elizabeth River Paradise Creek facility. The city is in partnership with the Paradise Creek project, and our responsibility is, of course, we maintain the property and we work very closely with Marjorie and her team to provide any resources and services that'll keep the park going. This is absolutely important because, first of all, this is a nature park, and as you all know, the history of this place, it was in disrepair. It was not a good place to be. And so citizens came together and decided that they were going to transform this area into a nature park for our community and the region to enjoy. So this is a place you can bring your family, children, everyone to enjoy the nature and take part in the wonderful amenities that they have here. So it was very good to see former Mayor John Rowe and his wife here today. We certainly appreciate his leadership on getting the ball rolling with this project. And so under my leadership, it's just been a continuation of getting it done. And so we're excited to be here today during this groundbreaking because it demonstrates how we work together as a leadership team with the community, with nonprofit organizations such as Paradise Creek Nature Park to get things done. The vision as we continue to restore this particular piece of land and create more opportunities for nature to grow and prosper, we want this to be a destination for people to come to get healthy, to work on their well-being, and also to participate in what the amenities are here. Well, when I came in, it felt like a family gathering. There were children, there were adults, there was noise, there were birds chirping, and there were a lot of smiling faces because what we're truly doing here is transforming our community and bringing individuals together to experience something that many may not get to experience in their everyday lives.
It's not every day you get to visit Paradise, right? I want to thank you for coming. I am Marjorie Mayfield Jackson. It's my privilege to be the executive director of the Elizabeth River Project. And we're the nonprofit that's been working for some 30 years to clean up the urban Elizabeth River with the help of all of you and many more. This creek that we're on has been looked at as one of the most polluted in the world. A lot of progress has been made, and one of the things the stakeholders said they wanted was public access to inspire people to keep it clean. And how I know that we're making progress with restoring this ecosystem right here is the eagle that shows up regularly in these trees. And he fishes in the wetland that was created by the Port of Virginia, 11-acre wetland. If you haven't seen it, take a walk that way, because he's got plenty of fish because of all of you and your partnership and your efforts. And the way that we're able to engage the community right here at this park, 40 acres, it's never been more popular than in this pandemic. And we're gonna celebrate today how we're expanding the way that we can work with children and all ages. And I'd like to now hand this over to Josh Harris, our board president for Elizabeth River Project. Please welcome him.
Thanks, Marjorie. Welcome to the first big milestone of the Elizabeth River Project's Next Wave campaign, our most successful campaign ever to achieve regional expansion of our work to restore the Elizabeth. Today is groundbreaking for a construction project to double the size of the Elizabeth River Project's education headquarters, which will be continued to be located here in Portsmouth at this very special nature park. Very special thanks to all of you generous supporters of our Next Wave campaign and our partners in the city of Portsmouth for making today possible. It's exciting to see this park continue to thrive and grow. We look forward to continuing this growth in Norfolk, Chesapeake, and Virginia Beach as well. This wouldn't be possible without stakeholders like you, our great staff, dedicated volunteers, and a committed board. Thanks again to all of you.
Thanks, Josh. How's this sound working, madam? We have some, and right away it quit. Did I touch it? Hello? Okay. We are really honored today. We have our mayor, Mayor of Portsmouth, Shannon Glover. He's going to speak to you in a few minutes. We also have just about the entire city council. I think y'all could get them to adopt a law or something today. We have the Honorable Dondre Barnes, Vice Mayor. Where's Mr. Vice Mayor? Is he here? The Honorable Bill Moody, the Honorable Lisa Lucas Burke, Paul Battle, and Christopher Woodward Jr. of the council, and also the city manager, Angel Jones. And she's been a huge help out here at the park. Thank you. We have our former mayor, John Rowe, and he's now on the Elizabeth River Projects board. Mark Palamarchuk runs Parks and Recs for the city, and he's a huge help out here. I want to especially recognize, even though she's not here, Mrs. Jane Batten, and she is the lead funder making possible today's groundbreaking and the expansion of our River Academy. And her son is here, Frank Batten, and Amy Batten, her daughter-in-law. I want to recognize Dill's Architects, Clay Dills, where are you? Here's Clay, and Kelsey Sineco. And so we wanted a design for expanding this building, and we put it out to bid, and we got a bunch of bids for all kind of money. And Dill's Architects at Virginia Beach said, we're qualified, and here's all the reasons, and we'll do it for free. So thank you, Dill's Architects. I read a book recently that said, sometimes in a disaster, it brings out the best of people. Their kindness, their generosity, their caring. And this creek was kind of a disaster at one time, and I feel like it has inspired the best of the community. And a lot of you are here for that reason. Tony O'Loughlin, where's Tony? He's a real groundbreaker. He's going to lead Vertexco in the construction project. And his boss, Don Adams, is a contributor very generously to this campaign also. So big hand for Tony. Jeff Merritt with Cox Communications. Where are you, Jeff? Cox Communications sponsored today's events. And they're making possible a lot of our outreach to the community here. Bracy Parr, president of Craddock Civic League. Where's Bracy? Back here. So really excited about our partnership ongoing with Craddock and the larger community, and a lot of great things that the Craddock Civic League and the new Craddock Development Association are doing. The A-team volunteers are all around you. This park is an ongoing restoration project to restore the native plants and the forest, and there's nobody more regular or more committed than our A-team. If you're the A-team, raise your hand. Thank you, A-team. I want to thank all our board members who are here for your faith and leadership, especially Judy Perry. Where's Judy? She's the past chair of our development committee, and this park has not had a more fierce, more committed champion over the years, so thank you, Judy. Susan Good is the current chair of development, very important person and a big supporter of our Next Wave campaign. Thank you, Susan. I mentioned Amy and Frank Batten. They're also really key to this campaign. Thank you. So Heather Wood is on our board now with CMA, CGM, but she used to be with the port when they dug that big wetland. So thank you. We call it Heather's Wetland. And we would not be expanding today except for the dedicated work of our education team. If you're on the education staff here, would you raise your hand? Thank you. Y'all do a great job. Where's Virginia Tum? There she is taking pictures. Virginia is our campaign counsel, and she and Susan Smith back here have done a great job with the campaign. Thank you. So what can you look forward to here as the real construction begins? So over here, you're looking at Elizabeth River Project's current education headquarters. It was a game changer for this park. When we opened it in 2018, immediately it really exceeded capacity. It's only 2 rooms, and it's been overflowing, especially during the pandemic. We do programs for all ages, from pre-kindergarten through university research. Our most meaningful program may be our youth conservation internship program for Portsmouth teens. They learn horticulture skills and immerse in nature in healing ways. And we really needed more space. So we are going to be adding 2,000 square feet of new space, thanks to you all. And it'll have a community gathering space for 50 and new modest offices for our growing education team. And then that'll allow the old building to be dedicated to our more intensive programs like the youth conservation internship. So really making all this possible is our Next Wave campaign, and I'd like to welcome Bruce Bradley, who's campaign co-chair. Please give him a big hand.
Thank you, Marjorie, and also thank you for providing the visual aid of all these kids over here today who are enjoying the park. Impressive to see. So some of you may not be aware of the fact that Marjorie Mayfield Jackson created Elizabeth River Project about 30 years ago around her kitchen table. And so it started out very small, obviously. And today there are river otters swimming at Money Point, which was once a dead area in the river. There are, I guess, about 150 now River Star businesses, or close to it, that are working to clean up the river. Literally thousands of River Star homes working to clean up the river. And so today, a much cleaner river. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Lafayette is the cleanest it's been in a generation. Lots of oysters all over the place. For those who were here when this park started, you will recall this was just an overgrown mess with dumping areas in it, and you look at the transformation and it's really been incredible. So now, today we're celebrating one of our 2 huge projects that are now coming to fruition as a result of this capital campaign that Marjorie alluded to. One is the Louis and Prue Ryan Resilience Center, where the ground will be broken later on this year on Colley Avenue. And the other is this new educational focus here in Paradise Creek Park. 2 huge, huge projects. And it's been my honor to co-chair the campaign to raise the funds along with Louis Ryan, who couldn't be here today. And it was a campaign that started out with an $8 million goal. And then it went to 10, and then 12, and then 13, and then 15. And part of the problem was, a big part of the problem was, as you know, the price of construction kept going up and up and up and up. And so today, we're here to thank all those people that have made the raising of this 15 million plus campaign possible. Lots of people here have contributed, and we are very grateful to each of you, but we especially wanted to thank a few key people without which this wouldn't have happened. Marjorie mentioned before Susan Goot back here, Susan and David Goot. Up at the front, Frank and Amy are the honorary co-chairs. It's not quite done yet. The honorary co-chairs of this campaign, making a significant gift. And then when we were really in the hole and needed help, Frank stepped forward and gave an additional gift from the Landmark Foundation. So thank you all very much for that. And then, of course, Louis and Prue Ryan, who I mentioned earlier, Joan Brock. And today was to have been especially focused on a thank you to Jane Batten, who was the lead contributor for this park's expansion. And unfortunately, the first date, as you may recall, was March the 17th. That was her birthday. We were going to celebrate her birthday by her giving us a gift, which is a little bit of a twist. And then it rained. And so it was postponed until today. And unfortunately, she came down with vertigo, I guess, yesterday. And for those of us that have had vertigo, it is no picnic, that's for sure. So we're sorry she's not here, but we thank her in her absence, and hopefully we'll be able to thank her in person at some point in the near future. So many thanks to each of you that have been a part of this, and especially to those that have been a part of the capital campaign. So thanks.
So I saw one of those otters just yesterday when I was sitting on my dock. So Bruce also led the campaign earlier that built the first building. So thank you very much, Bruce, for your long leadership. I mentioned one of our favorite programs here is the Youth Conservation Intern Program. It's an intensive 8-week program, and the teenagers learn job-ready skills to work in the world as conservation horticulturists, which we don't have enough of in the world. And they also immerse in nature, and they get to go kayaking. And we have one who graduated last year, and she's come back she's actually written a book of poems, which is amazing, and had it published. And she's going to speak to you. And first, Larry Lapel, who's our park manager and works with the interns, is going to introduce her. Larry.
Well, thank you. The focus of our outreach is Portsmouth teens, Portsmouth high schoolers. We've got 2 of them here today that I'm super proud of, Samira and Samora Robinson. Samira is a nursing student at VCU. She's a published author. These kids continue to surprise me. Her sister is a biology student at ODU. They both completed our internship program here, and I'm very proud to introduce them. Samira's book is available in the back there. She has her business cards available. So after we get done here, if you would please look and maybe looking into buying her book. I believe you have a second book getting published soon. So this is the quality of students we're probably putting out at Portsmouth High Schools. It's very proud. I'm proud to introduce Samira Robinson.
Good morning. I would like to say that being here at Paradise Creek has changed my perspective on different things, and it made me open my eyes to so many things about learning about my environment and how to be a help to my community. I appreciate Ms. Yolima, Mr. Larry, and Ms. Shauna for teaching me new things and being able to open up my perspective and be more engaged about what I should learn about my environment and what I could do to share with other people. I will be sharing my poem that I've written called Through Poetry I Speak. Through poetry, I speak the words that come out of my mouth that is close to Leilanic. The unique kind of words that are but together for me to express that thought in my mind. I couldn't reach out to the people that could not explain how I was feeling, but the only explanation I had was myself. I had to develop through the hands of writing when I could not speak, and I was caught up by the suffocating feeling of the pressure in my throat that blocks my talkative voice. The voice that was cast away by prisoners of my captive mind. I had to use my hands to take the pencil and write down what I felt because my voice continued to be blocked off by society that could not reach the uniqueness of my voice. Continue to be trapped somewhere I could not escape because there was someone always watching my every step and move. After all, through poetry, I can find myself instead of asking others to find me.
Thank you, Samara. That's beautiful, and we're so glad you found your voice. So this park is a special partnership with the city of Portsmouth. So the city, when we had this crazy idea of turning this place into a park, they said, okay, fine, but you build all those amenities and then we'll take it. So we have, and we're adding one more today. And we're really grateful, though, that the city of Portsmouth operates these 40 acres as their 3rd largest public park. And they're a terrific team of support for us. We do the volunteer work, the ongoing restoration, the education programs, and they keep it open to the public and keep it maintained, and it works. So I'm really proud to welcome Mayor Shannon Glover for some remarks.
Wow. Thank you, Marjorie, members of the board, contributors, visitors, workers. Samara, thank you. You know, every time I come out here, I have an opportunity to really be one with nature. And before I make my comments, I want to thank my former mayor and my friend John Rowe for his leadership in making us accountable to nature. If you know John, you know he's a person that cares about his community a great deal. And I am honored to be able to continue the tradition of positive leadership in supporting the Elizabeth River organization out here today. I also want to take a moment real quick to reflect on my time out here with Marjorie and her team. Larry and the rest of everyone do a great job of educating and working to ensure that we have a wonderful place for young people to come to learn about nature, because I think it's critically important. I want to also thank the Beasley Foundation and Judge Richard Bray. I know Judge Bray loved to come out here. I didn't see him today, but Judge Bray is a friend, and the Beasley Foundation is a friend as well. The expansion of the Fred W. Beasley River Academy will increase Paradise Creek's ability to educate more young people in conservation and horticulture. This nature park and outdoor spaces are vital to our quality of life. We've been assembled here for a few minutes. Have you noticed the difference in your mood? Certainly I have. I know one of the speakers talked about the young people. I closed my eyes for a second and all I could hear were birds chirping and young people. So that's a good thing. If you noticed your mood change, there's a significant difference and evidence for it. In 2017, a study was released by the University of California at Berkeley that found spending more time in nature can help our brains and bodies stay healthy. I don't know about you, but I need that. This is an exciting venture and a perfect example of how communities can come together to make positive changes. The Elizabeth River Project, in partnership with the City of Portsmouth, conducts education and volunteer programs at this 40-acre Paradise Creek Nature Park. The city maintains and operates it, of course, as a park and one of several outdoor spaces. So make plans today for you and your family to take a trek through Paradise Nature Park, Portsmouth City Park, Hoffler Creek Wildlife Preserve, and any of the city's other parks and facilities. On behalf of the Portsmouth City Council, congratulations on this wonderful and momentous achievement, and best wishes for much success in all of your future endeavors. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. And one thing I'm really excited about with the city, the mayor and I have talked about our vision of a path from here to the top of the Jordan Bridge. So we have two miles of trails here, and there's a walking path on top of that bridge. And what if we could connect it? And I hear from some of the city staff that is starting to come into play, that they're going to be building part of that this year. So thank you very much. We fondly call it the Creek to Sky Trail, so thank you. Now we have someone who is going to give us a ceremonial blessing of this land that goes back to way before this was a public park. And some of our staff here have been traveling to land on the Nansemond River, where they're advising the Nansemond Indian Nation on how to make that beautiful land similar to this land. And so today, Chief Keith Anderson, has come here to bless this expansion and this land in the way of the Nansemond Indian Nation from long ago. And please welcome Keith Anderson. And I'm not sure exactly, are you going to speak or just? Okay, great. Come on up.
On behalf of the Nansemond Nation, I'd like to say good morning, and Wangabo, hello in our language. Thank you so much for giving us the privilege to be here today and the honor to bless such a prestigious and just have having such a outstanding project as this. And as a gift back to you, we're going to bless the grounds through prayer and through dance. So thank you.
And they did ask no pictures when they are doing the smoke blessing, but pictures are fine when they're doing the dance. That was wonderful. Is this on? Chief, is it on? No. Oh, can you make it go on? Where's George Bangs? Chief George Bangs, one of our 18 volunteers, made something for you. He takes the vines and turns them into walking sticks, and he's made something special for you. You want to tell about it?
Hello, I'm George of the A team. A team, yeah. And when trees grow, and mostly likely a honeysuckle twines around it, it causes it to misshape into this nice swirl. And I take these with folk art and I make designs on them. And this one I have taken the Nansemond Indian Nation low plaque or patch, which shows a mother bear and her cub, and is surrounded by the orange, black, and yellow pattern. And I put it on this stick that I found here at Paradise Creek and made it especially for Chief Keith.
Thank you, George, and thank you to the Nansemond Nation. So now we're really going to do it, especially before it rains. I think the mayor has some experience with this, and if all the speakers would go over here to the shovels, and also, let's see, Tony and Clay, would you, and the city manager, would y'all all join the mayor with the shovels? Quick. And everybody else might want to get under the tent.
Up a little bit, and on 3, everybody shoots it forward. So how about we do it that way? That way we'll look like we're in unison. Everybody pick up a little dirt, right? And on 3, we shoot it forward. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Nice.
That's what we did at the last one.
Nice.
That's what we did at the last one.